to
Under neon sky, so blue, so cold. Gem and dimming, got the stories untold. Sliding through the static on a west coast beat. Our squad rolling deep, no retreat. Late night trip, it's the vibe we sip. Join the squad, lean back, don't trip. Gem and dame, bringing truth, no script. Suburb fam, it's the late night drip. The news gets heavy, but we keep it light. Opinions sparking like city lights at night. From the highs to the lows, we keep it real. Our squad knows the power we wield. Turn the volume up, let it settle in. The world spins wild, but here we begin. Late night drip, it's the vibe we sip. Join the squad, lean back, don't trip. Jam and dame, bringing truth, no script. Suburb fam, it's the late night drip. The headlines whisper the truth in the dark. We dissect the chaos and leave our mark. Our squad unites in the glow of the screen. Every laugh, every take, every thought unseen.
The moon's on blast, the night's alive. Headlines spinning, let's take a dive. Gem and dame with the mic so slick. Odd squad rolling with too legit. Late night whispers turn to screams. What's it all mean? What's it all mean? Drip, drip, here we go, fam. Gem, Joan, Dame, they got the plan. Drip, drip, we're the odd squad crew. Hit that sub, we're talking to you. Truth in the shadows, news in the glow. West Coast vibes with a steady flow. We don't just tell it, we break it down. Talk the talk while the city drowns. Midnight glow on the boulevard haze. Gem and dame spinning news in a maze. What's the word? What's the play? Odd squads here to pave the way. Late night whispers loud as truth. Breaking it down, what it means to you. The world's a puzzle, the pieces wild. We're the ones to make you smile. Leaning closer, feel the drip. Join the fam, take the trip. Late night drip, don't slip, don't miss. Turn the volume up, it sounds like this. Gem, Joan, Dame too, making moves for you. Late night drip, we the crew. Gem, Joan, Dame too, making moves for you. Late night drip, we the crew. Headlines spin like a poker hand. Big move, small talk. Odd squads here, let the beat knock. No filters, no breaks. We're the mirror to your takes. What's the buzz? What's the scene? We keep it real in every stream. Raindrops fall on city pavement, washing secrets in the dark. Daily drip, the crowd's amazement. Knowledge streaming comes to spark. Thunder in the nighttime sky.
Get them ready. What up? What up? And yeah, I know you can hear the sounds. That's what I was doing it for. I was doing it because I was warming up with my buttons. But we getting up in this thing. We in here. We in this thing. Let's run it up. Let's do what we got to do. Let's do it how we does. I am the host of this evening. Not the MC, because that's old school. Cash is. Hey. Duh. And I'm over here with one person that's over here flippering and flipping with his microphone. Plain dang. Yeah.
What up, world? What's going on?
Yeah. You messing up already.
Shut up.
And we got Jim Jones. What's up? You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I had to mute myself because I was checking on some stuff and had some feedback. But yeah, I'm in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Okay.
Jim
Wow,
Jones, aka Jim General. What it do?
Wow. So we're doing a
Wow.
lot.
Okay.
We're doing a lot today.
Yeah, we doing it live today.
We're doing a lot today.
We're doing it live. That's
Hey y'all, we appreciate y'all for coming in. Welcome, Odd Squad. Appreciate you being here. We have a great show for y'all today. I am your co-host, Jim Jones. With me is my brother, Plain Name, and on the ones and twos, Cash is Pay. And we're happy that you are here today. So thank y'all for coming and tuning in with us. So happy to see you. Per usual. We're going to start off with what's in your cup so y'all know what type of time I'm on. Have me a nice little Coca-Cola beverage. They're not sponsoring us. I don't think they sponsor anybody. So that's what's in my cup. Just starting it off quick.
The only thing they sponsor is diabetes.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you.
Even
Thank
the
you.
Coke Zero? Well, dang.
Thank you very much.
Coke, zero insulin because it's unaffordable.
Wow. Everything's unaffordable.
Yeah, zero insulin. Yeah.
Your Bucks a star today.
What I'm drinking.
Your Bucks a star. Wow, we're getting to it. I had about 2 coffees.
He got an extra large on that.
I did not do that.
I gotta stay woke. We can't sleep. There's too much going on in the world. People.
No, we can't sleep. We have a great show for y'all today too. We're gonna get into some news. The majority of this is gonna be politics and news, and then we got a little bit of that. Sprinkle a little bit of that messy in there. That's what I love to do, along with the facts coming from a tech perspective. So don't forget about us. And my homie, my brother, Plain Dame is gonna give y'all risk as well as creativity, and then we got Cash's Pay that's gonna tell you about that quality mix up in there. So very much appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. And Cash's Pay. Whoa, I need to quit moving. There we go. Cash's Pay. Do you have anything you need to add before we go ahead and get into the show?
Okay. First of all, please like, please subscribe.
I didn't get to that
because it's free for y'all to drive.
Hit that like button
to the channel. Hit them buttons.
Hit it. Odd Squadron. We love you all. Thank you.
Odd Squad, stand up.
Some of y'all are too legit to quit. Hey, we've even blocked some people and they come under different names. But check it out.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you tripping. I don't want to hear it. Please, I don't want to hear that right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You
Oh,
over here
my
doing the
goodness.
Sammy Sosa on them. Do it. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll take
Right.
that too. Make sure y'all share this with somebody y'all like and to 2 people you like and 1 person you don't, because chances are somebody likes us the most. So very much appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping in. The Segue Queen and hit that like button. So first, let's go ahead and get into the people's briefing. What y'all know about Space Force? We got Space Force out here doing push-ups. Look like they training for a bake sale, not a battle. But are they?
Not bakes.
I'm just saying, if you can't run a mile on Earth, how are you gonna chase aliens across this galaxy? I'm gonna need y'all drop some drip in the comments. If y'all can't run this mile here,
Girl Scouts.
I'm just saying, if y'all can't run this mile here, what y'all finna do with ET? I would love to know. Drop some drip in the comments. Let us know what's your mile time, because we on our fitness stuff. Cash is pay. Roll that clip.
Has the hardest PT standard. The United States Marine Corps. They had the longest run. They had the highest bar of what you needed to do. The most demanding all-around PT test in the United States military. And everyone knew it. There was no debate, no argument. But recently, the title may have changed hands. Not to the Army, not to the Navy, not to the Air Force, but to the newest branch, the Space Force. I know it sounds crazy. I know I'm gonna piss people off, but they built it around a number. A single number, the same one that elite athletes use and NASA astronauts use to measure peak performance. And this number ain't got nothing to do with how much you can bench press, how many push-ups you can do, how many sit-ups you can do. And once you see what they're using, you might not look at military PT tests the same way again. But let's go back to how military PT tests started. Before modern PT tests, fitness in the military was kind of inconsistent. In World War II, the U.S. Army introduced something that they called the daily dozen. And it was just simple exercises capped with like a 1 to 3 mile run. And they did this because the Army found that recruits who could run like 5 minutes faster than like average people had 40% fewer injuries and performed better under the sustained combat condition.
We talked about this not too long ago with our fitness episode.
Right.
If y'all didn't see our last live stream,
award winners like myself, you know what I'm saying?
So we have 2 videos y'all can reference. One is about the presidential fitness test that's coming back. And then also we had a live stream where we talked about, there was a news reporter lady who actually did the fitness test because they were reassessing how men and women are in the military. So please go check out our other videos if you have not so far. This is interesting though. I am not opposed to their PT test kind of being like harder, because just like I said about gravity, I mean, if you struggling without all the gear and like this is your natural air element, what you gonna do when you got all that gear on and you
in the middle
you about to die, you finna die out there. You'll have a whole panic attack.
We're on Mars. The oxygen is low. What you gonna do when the predator
Drop some drip in the
running
comments.
up on you?
Let's see.
So by Vietnam, the idea had evolved into formal tests. The Army and the Marines had locked in running, push-ups, and sit-ups as their formal tests. The running, it tested endurance, of course. The push-ups tested your upper strength, and the sit-ups tested your core. It worked, it was cheap, it was fast, and it was equipment-free. And so for decades, this was the holy trinity defined for military readiness. But there's a hidden flaw within this testing. These tests measure strength and stamina in snapshots, not in real world conditions where the readiness has to last all year. But it worked, and it worked mostly because running is king, and it can test more than just how much muscle you have. It can also test your grit. And this is why running is king. Running isn't just a cardio drill. It's a full system stress test.
It's your mental. Like when people be like, yeah, I'm about to just go do this marathon, I'm like,
yeah, what you think about running plain, Dan?
I'm growing quite fond of it, honestly. I mean, I know how I could walk 10, 12 miles like it ain't nothing. My running is better, but running is important because that's mental agility there. Like if you can mentally get out there, like Jim Jones just said, I mean, if you just wake up and say, I'm going to run a marathon and then you go do it, your body is equipped for it, but mentally you got to be strong for that, because the only thing that can stop you is you with running. Honestly, you can get tired, but what's going to keep you going? So
I think it's a couple other things that can stop you from running a marathon, which would be your heart and your in your damn lungs if
And
you ain't ready.
injuries.
If you ain't ready for it. Right.
Yeah,
You know
but what
what
I'm saying is that
But the mental
it
aspect,
starts with
I
your
agree.
mind. It
Yeah, I
starts with
agree.
your mind. Because
Okay, I
if you
gotta.
get up,
Yeah.
start running, you know, you're gonna get there.
So two things. There's that couch to 5K. That's actually exactly what you're talking about, playing Dame. People do that all the time where it ramps them up to how they're gonna run a 5K. But story time, boom. One of my friends back when I worked years ago, was much, much younger. She used to run marathons. And her husband, who's now her husband, but it was her boyfriend at the time, this dude had to be about 400 pounds, like at least pushing 350. Okay. He was a big guy. Okay. And he was able to run a marathon.
Oh,
All
yeah.
to me is this. He decided that I don't care. I'm going to do this. I don't know if he.
Because some knees was
Listen,
mad as shit at that.
And then he
man,
went and got
look,
him
was mad.
several beverages. Then he went and got
listen to
several
me.
beverages.
Shout out to there's a woman who be in the gym with me. And when I say I get there at 4, she there at 4. If I get there at 350, she there at 350. She is every bit 390. Not even gonna say 390. I give her 345, right? She would get on that treadmill and she would run for 15, 20, 25 minutes nonstop. She'd get off, and I mean, the first time I seen her do it, and she noticed me looking at her, she got off, went in the mirror, and started crying.
Oh,
and I'm
damn.
looking like, you know what I mean? And she was like, it hurt so bad, but I did not want to stop. And that was like, I want to say about 5 months ago, right? So I know she's probably down about a good 30, 40 pounds at this point, still running. If that, to me, that from then on, I was like, it's mental. It's mental. You know what I mean? Like, I could run. I'm not a big fan of running because I'm really into building muscle. I don't want to lose a lot of muscle mass. And I have a very addictive personality. So I know once I start running, I fall in love with it. Plain Dame gonna be Slim Dame and real.
He said my pal Al gonna be mad.
That part. That part. So you know,
So
that's
he
the other
can
part.
run marathons and something else with that. He could be string bean Dame. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but I do
Sure, I
run.
had
They're
nothing to
gonna
say
go
with
do
that.
that boom Howard. You know what I'm saying?
I run, but I sprint. I'm more of a sprinter, right? So I get on the treadmill and I try to run as fast as I can for at least 8 minutes, see how much ground I can cover. That's how I tend to run. And I also work out on the treadmill with weights. I might get on there and try to jog with some 10-pound joints and try to do some curls and some overhead presses. Just try to make it look cute, but get some work in. So I admire runners. If you can run, that's
you still doing whatever that story is. I know I always mess it up, so I'm not gonna disrespect you this time because I've done that in the
Who,
past.
me?
No, it's whatever fitness you call it. You whatever it is.
Oh, Fat Boy Fitness.
Okay, there we go.
Not really.
The disrespect.
I don't post that hashtag anymore, but
Okay.
because the thing is, a lot of my fat friends, they just gonna be fat as hell. They not on it, but they do call me and be like, "Man, I see you, man. I'm gonna come to the gym with you one day." Hey, man, I'm like, look, I ain't working out my body, not my tongue talking to somebody else. Just want to stay fat.
Yeah, I remember
unapologetically me.
A while back when P90X first came out, and just to hold myself accountable. This back when I had a Facebook page. I just put up day 1, day 2, day 3. And then like when I finally got to like day 40 something, somebody asked me in the post, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, going through P90X. It was like, oh, okay, keep going. Now, then people were doing that, but it was just more for me on, what I was doing on that tip. P90X is probably one of the harder things that I've done because that thing creates injuries.
Before we
Kev's still doing it every day.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay. He ridiculous with it. He going old school now. That's
he got. He's married with 2 kids now, so he said, "I can't lose me."
And that's really good.
So before we go on to the next topic, drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all?
We didn't even get into the the actual part that we probably.
Okay, well we before we get to the rest of the video.
Skip over to it.
Let us know. Do y'all think that Space Force can even compete with any other branches of the military? And if so, what on the physical level, where would you rank them? I want y'all to keep that in mind as y'all watch this. I want to know if you had to rank them, what would you consider? Why do you look like that, Dang? Your face was looking like no.
I'm not gonna say anything. Let's just watch the rest of it. I reserve my comments for the
rates
end.
across militaries worldwide. Not pull-ups, not push-ups, not sit-ups, running. And here's why. Running pushes your aerobic capacity, and that's your ability to sustain effort over time. Combat doesn't care if you can explode for 30 seconds. Doesn't care how much you can lift. What it cares is that you can keep going for hours. And also, the brain is a selfish organ. It burns 20% of your body's oxygen. So you need a higher aerobic capacity because that means more oxygen is going to the brain for decision-making when you're exhausted, under fire, or pulling a 20-hour shift. As a matter of fact, the Swedish Armed Forces did a study and they found that soldiers with a higher aerobic fitness shot more accurately under stress, and they recovered faster and were less likely to suffer heat-related injuries. So that's why every military branch uses running. But here's the irony. For 80 years, the military used running to build endurance without actually measuring the one number that proves you have endurance. VO2 max, that's your maximum oxygen uptake during intense effort. Think of it like an engine's horsepower. The more horsepower you have, the stronger that engine is. So to illustrate that, you got some elite marathoners who can have a VO2 max in the 70s. Some even reach in the 80s. Your special operators, your special warfare airmen, the Navy SEALs, PJs, Army Rangers, they have high VO2 max. Some of them reaching in the 60s. And then you got the average US adult, mid 30s. There was a Harvard study done and it found that a low VO2 max was a stronger predictor of early mortality than high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So in plain English, if your VO2 max is low, you're not just slower in a race. You might reach your finish line faster than everyone else. But if you have good VO2 max, for your brain, that impact is immediate. In 2020, there was a University of Tsukuba, I think is how you say it, and they did a study that showed just 10 minutes of running significantly boosted prefrontal cortex activity. And that's the area responsible for focus, planning, and decision making, even after the exercise is stopped. So the VO2 max doesn't.
That's that heart, the oxygen thing, right? With the Apple Watch, they can monitor that as well, correct? Okay.
It's not very accurate. You have to make sure that you run outside. That's the first thing.
Right.
VO2 max assessments are on the expensive side. That's when you're doing the 50 Cent doom. When he was running.
Oh, with the mask thing.
Yeah, you gotta do all that. Which, I mean, if you are going to be in the fitness, or if you want to start a journey and then you want to see where you're going next in 3 months and then a year from now type of deal, I say that you should probably do that as well as a DEXA scan type of deal, so you can see where the fat is on your body, how well you are aerobically, and if it's going to be that important to you, keep those markers, because VO2 max is a really, really important marker to go in.
Okay, so how much? I'm doing a time check on that because we got to get to some of our other stuff. Yeah, when you asked me, this is Dame. This is more for you.
Okay.
He said he stopped asking. Shout out to Joe. I stopped asking people to come to the gym. Then they want to be social. My headphones are on, hood up, and shut the hell up. Wow.
Yeah, I'm there for moral support, not conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even go to the gym with headphones no more. Just shut the hell up talking to me.
I keep headphones on because I need mine.
Mine's is off because I can talk to you while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. If I'm throwing up 150-pound dumbbells and I'm in my, and I can talk to you still. Yeah, man, because she is thick. I keep right on going. Yep, he a whole ass. The hell with him. I can keep going. It don't even matter no more because I'm just kind of, it's just a part of what I do now. You know what I mean? It was a point in time where I had to have music playing. I had to have, And then on top of that too, I could bring 6 people to the gym with me, and most of the time only 1 or 2 is gonna stick around. Them Sundays look real different these days. If you know about my Sunday workouts.
Well, I don't know how much of the video we want to get into, but we got to get into some of the other topics. We're running out of time.
Yeah,
Time
we'll
check.
circle back to this. Bottom line
Yeah.
is Space Force might get their ass whooped. Next section.
Wow.
No,
All
actually,
right.
Space Force, I think, is on some leading edge stuff because really what the video gets into is stating that, you know,
It's supposed
how
to be harder
PT
than
tests
everybody.
work is that, you know, every 3 months or every quarter, you got to, you know, study for this test, essentially get your shit together before you got to take the test in order to make sure that you not too fat to be in the Navy or the Army or whatever.
Yeah.
They're actually giving them watches like Garmin, Apple Watch type deal, and they tracking their VO2 max. And if they go under a certain amount, you already gonna hear from your commanding officer saying, "Yo, what's up with this?" So everybody that's in the Space Force is actually cut, right? They actually because you got to be at a certain VO2 max, so you have to check in with that. That's different than having to do a certain amount of push-ups, sit-ups, get your ruck bag together, and do whatever you got to do. Because you can study for that test, right? You can slack off for a little bit. With VO2 max, you can't really do that too much because it's always being tracked.
I just wanted to get my dog talking some more. That's why I said that.
Oh, shit.
Well, shout out to Space Force. Maybe y'all can improve the test, you know, make it different. That seemed to be Elon. The Elon way is to make something different. Speaking of different, I mean, I don't even know if I want to segue into that. Speaking of different, y'all want to talk about Lisa Cook? She moving different.
Let's talk about Lisa getting cut.
Trump's Justice Department is coming for Lisa Cook like repo man on the late car payment. You know, he don't play no games, baby. He don't play no games about his enemies. I mean, those people who try to get him before he came into office. He don't be playing no games. Shout out to all the other videos we've talked about where we list out his enemies, frenemies, and other people who become on the list. This dude got a list.
Yeah, we had the Count of Monte Cristo. Now we got the Salt in the Manhattan coming through. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing.
Like this, homie came into this and was like, "I'm about to put bodies on all of you."
First of all, you're not gonna call my shirt dirty, and the whole back of your white T-shirt is yellow. You ain't gonna do that. That's what's going on right now.
We gonna get into a video later. All they shirt dirty. And that's the thing. He knows that every single one of them as people who are part of the government officials and so forth, for the most part, we can't say everybody, but a good chunk of them have probably accepted something, been a part of something, or represent something that they know would be unfavorable to those who they represent. And he noticed. He just waiting for you to mess up. So she finally got a Fed seat, and they're like, "Oh, okay, give me that back."
He came through like, "Where is Bill?
Give it to me." And
Kill Bill.
If he don't mess with you like that, best believe you are on his list. It is like you said, just like the Kill Bill, like how she had Bill at the end. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not trying to be at the end of that man list because she messed Bill up.
But the bottom line is, don't run through here with the senile kingpin talk about, we gonna get him and all of this extra ish, and don't think there's gonna be repercussions if the man won. Now he's winning. Now it's like, all right,
he on that type of time.
Sources are now saying that the Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. The probe stems from 2 criminal referral letters from the director of the Federal Housing Agency last month, claiming that Cook falsified bank documents and property records regarding her residences in Georgia and Michigan. President Trump has said that he would fire Cook over the claims. Cook has denied any wrongdoing and has accused the president of trying to illegally remove her from the Fed. So I'm going to bring in our ABC News Washington, D.C. Bureau Managing Editor, Catherine Falders. Catherine, lovely to have you here with us. What more do we know here about this investigation and the evidence that potentially there is to support these claims from the administration?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, it stemmed from the 2 criminal referral letters last month that were sent to the Department of Justice leadership by the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency. And it's interesting when you ask the question about the evidence, because the head of that agency, his name is Bill Pulte. He's claimed that the referral was based on publicly available information, but has declined to comment about any tip that may have prompted this investigation or anything like that in terms of how he may have received this information. So this obviously this investigation, this criminal investigation now is focusing specifically on her properties in Georgia and Michigan. And I'm told by multiple sources that federal prosecutors have been using grand juries in Georgia.
Nasty word. If you did not see our Letitia James video, go look at that.
Yeah, Operation Runnin mascara.
He going around and picking everybody up. Now, I will say this. I normally don't talk about nobody, but my good sis, Lisa, look like somebody's mama. I feel like if she actually confronted him in like a face-to-face, which I'm getting the vibe that like the people he be really coming at, like I think he's actually met them. I don't think that went well. I just don't think like you're not gonna do that. He like, oh, I'm gonna do that. Y'all some drip in the comments. Y'all think that Trump got a Kill Bill list?
Especially for those that just so happened to get it, that did not get a presidential pardon. That's the question. That's the $1 million question. Why didn't Mr. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black, then put a presidential pardon over our black queens that was on the front line for him?
Okay, so hold on. Educate me on that part because I'm not sure. But let's say he had pardoned Letitia James, pardoned Lisa Cook. If he had pardoned Fannie Willis, if he had pardoned him and then like after he pardoned him, like Trump was like, I'm gonna come get you for it today. I don't know if that holds because I'm pretty sure I thought it was like from the day he pardoned him backwards. So he could very well find something tomorrow. Maybe, I like that zoning you got going on, sis.
Maybe he could have, but the bottom line is that how did those names who screamed "We gonna get Trump" the loudest didn't get their part? If we talking about who hates and who loves black people,
who did he pardon? Go ahead.
Who didn't he pardon?
I'm about to look up because
Fauci got his pardon. He made sure Fauci was covered.
Who did?
But all the black women that was running around talking about we gonna get him. We gonna get. He just left them out in the cold. That's why I call it Operation Chocolate Mascara. That part, no women.
All 5 of his family members. That's crazy. Yeah.
Everybody who had an account in their name got a pardon.
DC and Capitol police officers who testified before the select committee. That was smart. Members of Congress and staff serving on the House. On the January 6th. A general Ernest Williams, he's a tax evasion. I'm gonna deep dive into that.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, he did family pardons, other pardons. I don't know who Leonard Peltier is, but whoever that is had a life sentence, and he pardoned them to home confinement.
I'm just talking about just people who worked under his administration.
And almost 2,500 sentence commuted, mostly nonviolent drug offenders. So he did do that.
But I'm just talking about people.
You right? Wasn't no Fannie Willis. You right? Wasn't no Fannie Willis. Wasn't no Letitia James. Nobody like that.
All the people who had bullhorns talking about F Trump. We gonna get him. Letitia James, her whole platform was I'm getting him out of here. We gonna get him. Why didn't she get a pardon? Why she didn't get a pardon? Why Fannie didn't get a pardon? While Lisa getting cooked didn't get a pardon.
She belongs to the streets.
You know what? Because you know what, Fanny really needed that for real, because sis was over there messing with her campaign dude who was married. This is like going on with that. She needed that pardon, but hey, Lisa.
But Trump is a racist, though. You see what I'm saying? Like Operation Chocolate Mascara is a real thing.
What?
That's what I'm calling
it. Say it again for the people.
Operation Chocolate Mascara has commenced.
Oh my gosh. So Lisa Cook, she has allegations of mortgage fraud and criminal inquiry. Trump is trying to remove her. He wants to fire her, saying that she had alleged mortgage fraud. She's contesting this, like, yo, he wrong. I'm not doing that. So she is actually suing Trump in the U.S. District of D.C., asserting that his move was unconstitutional. This is going to be, so the relevance of this is going to be monumental in a sense of a person who is in office that's kind of like fighting back with it. Go keep this close. Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all think she got a chance to win? Or y'all think anybody who against him is just, there's your career? Let us know what y'all think.
Folks ain't screaming what they screaming if they ain't got some sort of evidence that shows. Like with Letitia James. Evidence is there. For some reason, all of them either got some money laundering stuff going on or some mortgage fraud stuff going on.
That's crazy.
Think about it. Ain't that ill? What you try to get me on?
Mortgage fraud is crazy.
Even the bank is like, nah, Trump cool. We fine. What y'all tripping on? Letitia like, nah, I'm from New York by way of Virginia. My father's my husband, who is not my husband, but my father on paper.
Do y'all think,
allegedly?
Well, do you think that any of this is justified or like unjustified? Do you think that any of this is targeted? Let us know. Drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all think that this is targeted at all? Or do you think that all of this is justified? Do you think that this has a political agenda behind it? Or is it personal? Let us know. Drop some drip in the comments.
Right. And I'll answer that. All of it. All of what you just said. All of it. All across the board. You've been against me, your shirt better be clean. I'm not going to come and accuse you of being a cheater and I got a harem behind me and I'm married for 20, 30 years. That's just how that goes.
Great.
That's how that goes.
Speaking of being a cheater.
All right, hold on. So Lisa Cook, this is part of the person that's part of the Fed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so
let me make sure I get her actual title.
Yeah, so she should be one of the Fed chairs, I believe.
Right.
Well, it's not a secret that Mr. President Trump has been strong arming, at least on the social side, the federal or the Fed.
She is she's accused of committing mortgage fraud, by the way, by declaring 2 properties, one in Michigan, one in Georgia, as her primary residence in 2021 to secure favorable loan terms. Yeah. So that's why, just so y'all know.
She put an LJ. She put an LJ. And you know, he wants to get his way. So anybody that look like they're remotely against him, okay.
Anytime somebody say have my way, I just think about Young Thug every time.
Yeah.
Can I bring in my information, please?
Go for it.
Thank you. All right. So what I'm getting ready to get into is actually the political lean on this, which is the push to get rates lowered. And that goes up to a vote between all of the Fed chairs. If you can fire one person and then you can install someone that you would like, that's going to be, we would perceive as loyal to the cause, then you have another tentacle that goes into another space where you wouldn't normally have from an executive branch perspective. So to bust that down, Trump could put somebody in that particular seat that's going to do what he wanted to do versus what's been going on right now is he's saying, hey, we need everyone to lower the rates, and they're not doing it. So everyone's stupid at the Fed. We need the Fed to get their asses together and they're not doing it. So the thing is, that if he could put somebody else in the seat that he wanted to put in there, then the Fed rate might be at 0.5% one day instead of over 4.5%. I believe it's something like that.
Right. Yeah,
It just
I mean,
happens
that's
to also be a woman and a black woman at that, though. So that's one thing that I don't particularly appreciate.
I'm not feeling it at all on the strength that I still feel like, hey, everybody that was under that previous administration doing that man's bidding should have got a pardon. They shouldn't even be going through this. If you're gonna put yourself out on the front line, you should have gotten some sort of reward for it. That's all I'm saying.
So like Brandon Johnson, for example, would be an example who didn't get pardoned, but he's really advocating for a lot of the stuff in Chicago. As an example.
Right. If you did my bidding for me, there should be some sort of reward. It seemed like a lot of black people got left out in the cold with all the pardons.
And homie in New York, I can't remember what his name is right now, bald guy who was in New York. Gosh, what is his name?
Are you talking about the mayor?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is, but like him, he's another example of someone that's like,
you done flipped and kissed the ring. You had to. Because he got left out in the cold. You got left out in the cold, no protection. Now, I'm not saying any of this is right, but I'm just saying that if I'm going to kiss ass, I should get some reward. I should have been able to, I should feel like I'm Teflon if I roll with you. I roll with you to the finish line. Why am I not pardoned? Why am I not? In the comments. Because that's where I'm looking at. Like I said, to me, and it's made up, but Operation Chocolate Mascara is a real thing for me because I can see a lot of unprotected black people that roll out for that.
Chocolate mascara is crazy. Chocolate mascara is crazy work.
Yeah, put it on a t-shirt.
Cassius Pay, do you have anything else to add to this before I segue into the next one?
Oh no, I said what I had to say about it. You know, like I said, there's another reason for the push because you need to uninstall somebody in order to get some type of sway pull.
Similar to the Supreme Court situation.
Into the Fed. Yeah, because it's essentially that because I'm taking some ass whoopings over here on the economy side, and I need something to shake. Now, is it the right thing or wrong thing? We'll know in the future. We won't be able to tell that right now.
Right.
People seem to believe that mortgage rates are dependent on the Fed, deflationary measures on the interest rate, when really prices are just too damn high.
Houses are just too high. You ain't about to tell me that the childhood home that I know who raggedy self been sitting in this that was a smooth 100,000, and they gonna sit here and try to sell me this for $500K. Sorry, Sally. You're gonna sit in that $500,000 house. When you ready to come down to that 200 where it's at, holla at me.
The one comedian say trash. It do, don't it?
It does, yeah. Chocolate mascara. So all right. So as we talk about corruption, let's talk about big pharma bribes. Every official on big pharma's payroll, Congress is looking like some CVS receipts. I'm just saying. The reason being is that not too long ago, RFK had a meeting. There's been many meetings, but RFK had a meeting where they were asking him questions about
certain
medication. I don't even know if you can say the V word. And so they go through and they grill him. The jabs.
Viagra.
The jabs. And so as you go through the video, it's like maybe like the fourth one. They're like, what happens is we're gonna just skip to the part. Well, you play. I don't know if it goes to each one of those. I don't know how the string is on X. That I'm not sure about navigating, but it starts out with like them asking him like, well, why would you go this route? He's like telling them like, hey, like this is violating certain things. If you look at how often people get a jab as a kid, it's like incredibly high compared to what it used to be.
CDC failed that responsibility miserably during COVID. when its disastrous and nonsensical policies destroyed small businesses, violated.
So this is him
civil liberties,
defending
closed our schools,
what he's saying
caused
about the
generational
vaccines.
damage
I don't
in
think he
doing
say that.
so, masked infants with no science, and heightened economic inequality. And yet all those oppressive and unscientific interventions failed to do anything about the disease itself. America is home to 4.2% of the world's population, yet we had nearly 20% of the COVID deaths. We literally did worse than any country in the world. And the people at CDC who oversaw that process, who put masks on our children, who closed our schools, are the people who will be leaving. CDC failed that responsibility miserably.
So he goes on and he's like defending this, right? And so he gets to the point where he's talking about Elizabeth Warren. And so he's like, you know, sis, you took, it was like $800,000 from Big Pharma. He like, how you about to sit here and talk to me about XYZ when you taking money? Like, this is crazy. This don't make no sense what you talk about. And right here, this is him confronting her.
When you were looking to get
This is her
confirmed in this
confronting him, I'm
job,
sorry.
You're going
and
like
that
this.
is, you promised that you would not take away vaccines from anyone who wanted them. You just changed the classification of the COVID vaccine.
I'm not taking
And
them
the
away from people,
concept-
Senator.
It takes it away if you can't get it from your pharmacist.
Well, most Americans are going to be able to get it from their pharmacy for free.
$200.
Most Americans will be able to get it from their pharmacy
No, the
for free.
question is everyone who wants it. That was your promise.
I know
Mr.
I didn't.
Kennedy,
I
not
never
mine.
promised that I was going to
You didn't
recommend
promise-
products with which
I'm
there is no
sorry.
indication.
When you said,
And I know you've
vaccines
taken
would work for someone,
$855,000 from
I'm not
pharmaceutical
going to take them
companies,
away.
Senator.
Did you hold up a big sign saying that you were lying when you said that? Because you are the one who said you would not take them away. Now, Senator Kennedy,
I'm not
or
taking them away from anybody.
Secretary,
You want me to indicate a product for which there is no clinical data?
Senator,
Is that what you want?
Love how she sidestepped the money
So
conversation.
that got, yeah, she did. She hit him with the screw. So Bernie hop in, he about to go ham. But look, I want y'all to listen to what Bernie got to say on this. This is what with the topic, this is what our conversation is going to be.
You got a few doctors who agree with you, but I'm giving you the
Not a
name.
few doctors. What you're talking about is there's a big difference, Senator, between established science and the scientific establishment, which has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical
Hold on. So you're telling the American people that the American Medical Association, representing hundreds of thousands of people, have been co-opted and that they should not trust their doctors.
And I'm
the
telling
American
you,
Academy of Pediatrics, and by the way, just for the record, every single Republican, I don't mean to be political here, Mr. Chairman, has received PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. Are they all corrupt as well?
And I'm telling you, the American Heart Association has been co-opted by the food
Everybody but you, Senator. But you know what? When you ran for president, we have a corrupt campaign finance system. Maybe you will agree with me on that. Okay, you were already president, you got a billionaire behind it. You received $300,000 from people, not from the industry, people in it, as I did, from individuals. You corrupt. President Trump got $3 million. Every Republican got corporate PAC money for the pharmaceutical industry. Democrats as well. Everybody is corrupt, but you? Is that what we're looking at?
Look at his face.
I don't think so. And I think the issue
I
now.
don't even know what you're talking about.
What's y'all thoughts on that entire interaction before I get into what I have on this?
Yeah, the pharmaceutical companies have been funding, Congress for forever and a day. No way around that. But nobody's going to admit who they're getting money from, especially if it's connected to anything they got to do with pharmaceuticals in this conversation. I just think it's hilarious that they're having this conversation and Fauci is not present. I feel like he should have been right there to answer any questions or rebuke any of the statements that RFK was making. That's just my thoughts.
I find it interesting because I can see where Elizabeth Warren is going with that. My issue is that when Bernie hopped in, he so everybody's taking money. Are you saying that you're better than everyone? And
Right.
So he's kind of like, yes, because I don't think we should be doing that.
Right.
I find it interesting. Drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all believe that there's any lawmaker who's not taking money from pharmaceutical companies? Do you think that that should be that, along with the ability to buy stock from those people and their significant others, and first, like their children and grandchildren, should be opposed? Let us know. Drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all think that that's an inside job? Just curious, because for me, we have so much technology. How don't we know that? It should be posted. Matter of fact, if they accept money from someone, it should literally be posted like on like a tickler. Elizabeth Warren accepts $1 million from Pfizer, and that's not what happened. I'm just making up something. So don't come for me.
But the funny thing is,
like, you should have something like that.
But it's so hidden. You got to dig and you got to go.
Yeah, no. That should be right.
Well, lucky for you, you have a super sleuth by the name of Cassius Pay. So the question that you asked is, are there any senators that have not taken any PAC money in the U.S.? The answer is yes.
Pharmaceutical companies.
I just said PACs of any kind.
No, yes. But see, that's
there are currently
you're talking about pharmaceutical companies.
A PAC is a PAC. So any big business, anyone that has a collective. So that means you're not taking any PAC money. But this is what it says. There are currently 6 U.S. senators who have never taken corporate PAC money. It includes Elisa Slotkin, which is a Democrat in Michigan, Mark Kelly, who's a Democrat in Arizona, Andy Kim, who's a Democrat in New Jersey, and it says Elizabeth Warren, who is a Democrat of Massachusetts. These senators have publicly pledged and demonstrated, often since their first campaign, that they do not accept any corporate PAC contributions. Senator Slotkin explicitly states that she is one of just 6 senators who have never taken any of these big corporate PAC checks. The group associated with the effort to pass the Banned Corporate PACs Act, seeking to eliminate corporate PAC donations across Congress. Some of these senators, particularly Bernie Sanders, Ed Markey, and a handful of progressives, are consistent in rejecting corporate PAC money, though they may accept money from other PACs such as labor unions and or issue groups. A vast majority of senators from both parties take some PAC money, either from corporations, super PACs, or other interest groups. So it's a small number, but a growing group who refuse all corporate PAC money to completely abstain from PAC funding is extremely rare. Very rare.
I mean, I can see why Bernie ended up taking money too. Because
you need it. You know?
Well, he was gonna need it to run for president. He wasn't the one getting the backing from the Democratic Party. So anybody, like even RFK, there's probably no way that he cannot take money from certain groups. Because I'm not getting millions of dollars backing. So like, to put it in context of that, just not that I'm defending anybody taking money from Big Pharma, but I'm just saying, keep in context of like, when you do something yourself, kind of like you own your own business versus like a big corporation sponsoring you, it's gonna hit different. The way you grind to get the money for the funding is gonna be different.
Right.
So my thing on this is, let's not sit here and argue about something that like, oh, what makes you different? I mean, technically it does make him different because he's saying that we don't need that. So regardless of what everybody else is doing, he's saying like, we shouldn't be doing that. I think it's just, to me, it's confusing on their argument, because they should really be on their side unless they have skin in the game in Big Pharma, which is what he was getting at.
But also, I mean, the basis of his argument is influence. You know, who's going to be more so against the COVID jab? You know, if you've been taking money from certain pharmaceutical companies. He pointed out you didn't took over $840,000 from pharmaceutical companies. Of course, you're going to argue for and not against. Something that has not even been scientifically proven to work. Naturally, you're going to jump in an arena and say, yes, we should do this. So that was his argument. Of course, Bernie kind of muddled it by coming in and saying, well, doesn't everybody take money? You're like, yeah, but that's not the conversation. The conversation is who's influenced by the money they're receiving and where is it coming from. That's where it becomes the big conversation in Congress. Of course, you're going to be for something that's not good for us if you're funded to tell us to think differently. That's kind of what that was about. At least that's what I took from it.
Okay, so I'm good with moving on to the next thing because I want to talk about when you talk about how strong somebody is, right? Their willpower. Like, do I need this money?
Oh my God!
Let's talk about y'all future mayor, the one that can't bench 135. Let's talk about him. This future mayor can't bench the bar. If you can't lift 135, how you lived in the whole city? Let me know. Y'all got faith in my mans. When the emergency hits, he out here saying, y'all got some resistance bands. Like, nah, man, no resistance bands. Get that book.
So viewpoint is crazy.
And the thing is, I'm not hating on him as a politician. I don't know a whole lot about his policies, nor am I in that state. So not that I don't care, but like that's
He's
not
a self-proclaimed socialist. It's ridiculous.
But don't go out there doing all that.
135 pounds.
Oh no, you talking about the? No, I was talking about.
No, not Pritzker. You're talking about the New York, the dude running for New York.
No, but we can talk about. Hold on, we can do this first. Then hold on, before we even get to that thing, let's go ahead and talk about Chicago.
Oh my God.
We'll do this real quick. Chicago. All right, so everybody's like, "Oh, Chicago beat the." Like apparently, like nobody's surprised that Chicago got shootings, but Chicago news, so this is so much that it's a new season every time we turn on the news. A new is like first 48. So anyway, we can go ahead and get into this in case you didn't know what happened in Chicago over Labor Day weekend. Now you know. What's his name? Pritzker? Yeah, the governor.
Call him to ask him to do something that we don't want. He wants me to call him and ask him to call in National Guard to the city of Chicago. We don't want it. So that's why I'm not calling the president. I have been very clear about what we do want. What we do want is civilian law enforcement assistance.
Okay.
We want to make sure that we have enough FBI, ATF, DEA on the ground. We have some already, as you know. They do really good work, working in tandem with state police, working in tandem with Chicago Police Department. But we can use more. We can interdict more drugs and more guns that are coming across the border into the city, into the state of Illinois. And then very importantly, we've asked for the public to be ready with your iPhone and any way that you can to record what's going on in their neighborhoods by ICE. Because we think that's the best way to demonstrate
that's what
what ICE is doing if they're doing something wrong, or to keep them honest and doing the right thing because they know they're being watched.
I mean,
meanwhile, Timmy Two Steps coming through with the switch, and you worried about ICE. That's your concern. We don't need Trump. Everybody get down. Meanwhile, Jimmy Two Shoes is coming through with the switch. Him and Lil Tay Tay and Renzo and Jared and the rest of the crew coming through shooting everything. But you worried about ICE.
He said Tay Tay, Renzo, and Quez. You know what I mean?
What the Young Thug is going on? What the Fulton County you got going on?
Who y'all beefing with? Everybody. This the demon squad over here. We killing everything. Like what? Why? Because they woke up. We don't need your help, Trump. We don't. What we need is more people with iPhones. What?
If you see something, say something, please.
If you see something, say something. I did. I yelled up. Get down. Run. That's what I said when I saw the shooting happen.
Well, shoot, like I ain't trying to put anything out there, but I mean, you got family that live in Chicago and you visited quite often. So I mean, what are they saying about it when you go where you go, right? You in the area and all that. what are people who live there? What are they saying about it? Or do you even ask that question? I know you going for fun.
It's a conversation. They said it's a damn shame what's going on the South Side because they all got money and living somewhere else. So their conversation is a little different. They like, we don't, they don't live. The one cousin I did have that lived in the neighborhood, he got an arsenal at his house, and he got married and moved with his wife that's a doctor. So they don't even really, that's the sad part about it is you almost know where a lot of the drama and stuff is happening. What happens on Labor Day is they look at large crowds and, initiation rituals get to happen. How many people can you hit type deal? And these is young kids, you know what I mean? And it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. Everything is an op on Labor Day. I mean, we shot last year. We're trying to double that. It's a bunch of goofy shit going on. I mean, just plain insane. Like it's goofiness. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And meanwhile, they want to get money for programs, the so-called stop the violence. But anyway, they got rid of the first shot cams. I don't know if you guys heard about that. They had a camera that actually sense where the gunshot is coming from, which adds to the accountability of cops actually investigating. Right now, they just riding around like, hope we catch somebody. It's dumb. So that's why Trump like, y'all better do something. We coming. We not waiting on you to ask for help. We just gonna come through and get it done. Because Chicago is a major city.
I mean, he kind of overstepping though in some ways. Like, bro, you can't come into every city like, I don't like how you're doing your city. Well, everything's gonna be federal at this point, my guy. And that's the whole point of having state.
The whole point is he's declaring an emergency to protect the U.S. from enemies that are foreign and
domestic.
Man,
because it becomes a terrorist situation when 50 people get shot in one day.
That is technically terrorism.
And this was happening. And this happened too with Vegas and other places, Colorado and all these other places too. Like they say, and they not one of them was an immigrant. It was the running up in the school.
No, it's not talking about immigrants. The enemy, the terrorism can be foreign or domestic.
Yeah, he's saying, hey, I ain't worried about no immigrants. The ICE is they gonna do what they do.
That's something else. ICE ain't worried about.
That's what he's talking about in this video. We talking about ICE right now in this video.
No, he's talking about that because that's what they own.
That's what they
own. Not what everybody else.
Never mind that. That's a multi-billion-dollar situation.
Okay, so we transferred over to the shooting in Chicago because what he was talking about was get your phones out because essentially he was saying get your phones out because we don't believe that ICE is doing what they
he segued that.
Yeah.
The whole conversation was about not needing Trump's help. He segued that into the ICE situation. Everybody else is talking about how many people got shot.
Okay, so let's go ahead and pivot into that then, because since that was what he ended on, let's talk about the Chicago pow that happened.
And that was right after the shooting. Let me add to that. Pritzker talking about ICE while a shooting had just happened. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. Same day, Al Sharpton held a protest about DEI. Meanwhile, they out there like it's World War VII going on in Chicago. But we don't need any federal help. We just want federal money. We just want the aid.
And that's the problem.
Programs.
Don't ask that man for no money. If you not gonna get, then you should handle it. You the governor, then do you have state money to support what you need to do then to get that under control? I'm all for you be like, we got it under control, we can handle it. Okay, so don't ask him for no money. That's like, okay, so hold on, it's the equivalent of I don't want to listen to my mom and dad, but you living in their house, you using their electric bill, they eating their food, and they like, oh, don't bring no bras to the house. You like, I'm grown, I can bring bras.
Yeah,
your grown ass will be out with a couple cans of baked beans.
Yeah.
Get you a barrel, get you a grate. You can heat them baked beans up on that barrel if you got some newspaper or something to light something on fire with. Otherwise, you could be using cold baked beans.
And a father in his boxes and t-shirt drinking out the juice with you don't wrote your name on in my house. You got me. That's what.
And so, if my thing is, if that's not the life you live in, like you like, oh no, bro, it's coming to my house. I'm good. I just pulled up to let y'all know I was good. That's different. But if you asking for money and you living in this house and you're using the utilities and you're asking for stuff, then nah, like he gonna step in. And that's shout out to our younger listeners that can be getting attitudes with their peoples. If you in the house with your peoples, this is a PSA. Plain name, you got kids, so you can go ahead and let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong when I say this. PSA, you living with your peoples, you getting money from your peoples. Your peoples are supporting you. Shut up. Do what they tell you to do. Because you don't run nothing. When you ready to run something, baby, get your own place, get your own space, get your own money, and then you can get your own mouth. But until you got all them things, whoop.
That's what my oldest realized. That's exactly what my oldest realized.
I wasn't trying to put the baby business out.
No, I'm just saying it wasn't. She she got a lot of help, but she said, you know what, I definitely want to have my own. I'm gonna work hard so I can have my own. I'm like, and whatever assistance you need from me, I will help anybody that's helping themselves. But you ain't gonna be here talking about, them Chips Ahoy that's sitting there on the second shelf, those are mine. And get your ass out of here. And I'm gonna say that while eating the cookies.
You better put that in your car, sis.
You better put it in your trunk.
All them chocolate chips gonna be melted.
I don't care how hot it is outside. Like Chicago, I don't care what kind of deficit you're
gonna be some double baked cookies.
Yeah. What you mean I can't come in and tell people to stop shooting? You want my money, don't you? I'm gonna stop the shooting. And I'm gonna get rid of a few immigrants while I'm at it.
So don't take the funding, like, or be like, hey, we got this, we can fund XYZ the way we want it. Totally cool. But if you come in there asking, demanding, and think that they're supposed to fund and support you, like I said, it's like kind of like
middle finger
your parents.
Yes. Middle finger while suckling the government teat.
Exactly. So beggars can't be choosers. Is really what it's coming down to. You want old sugar daddy's money, but you gonna take some sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go with this.
I mean, it's real life. It's transactional. Don't tell me that you don't want my money. You ain't gonna give me that honey.
Plain Dane would have declared, I declare war on Chicago's violence when they shot FBG Duck in front of the damn Dior store, in front of a gang of white people.
That's nasty.
They were like, oh my God. You can't even buy Versace piece of shit.
I'm not I'll tell you right now, I would have had the same reaction y'all did.
Right, you in the store.
That would have been me.
Buying something that cost $8, $9, $10, $14,000. You coming out of there with a $20,000 bill.
Yeah, with $3,000 sneakers in the box with your girl on your arm who gets shot with you, and you get shot up on the Gold Coast where it's supposed to be safe. And you mean to tell me is what? What do you mean we not calling the National Guard to run up in O Block and everywhere else? Y'all smoking whatever they selling. If you think
O Block will be OUR.
No block. It will be no block.
Because it's our block.
Said no block.
No block.
Speaking of no blocks.
It would just be
Speaking of no blocks, let's go ahead and get into the future mayor who came bench 135.
Yeah, look at this ass.
Okay. Drop some drip in the comments. We ain't gotta do a whole lot out here, but I just want y'all to see. Look at the level of help that this man needed to spot. And I know he got a work shirt on. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to sweat.
Yeah. Let's go.
That ain't even 135.
What is it?
No, them 225s.
Let me get three.
Y'all been in the gym with me. I think I could do that.
Man, put RFK on that bench.
So like that's 50 pounds plus 45 pounds. Yeah, the bar 45, and then that looked like a 25-pound weight on the end of that.
Hold on, let's see.
Unless it's 25 plus maybe if there's a 10 on the end of that. So that means you get what I'm saying. Like it might be too small to see. but I'll have to check for it again.
So
But
it's
either
supposed to
way,
be 245s on the side, right? So the bar is about 45, you said?
yeah, 245s in a
Divided by 2. So yeah, it's 45. It's supposed to be 45 on each side. However,
so 90 plus 45 is 135.
So drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all feel like the ability to have actual physical physical strength is a representation of leadership, power, influence, and so forth? Let us know.
Right.
I mean, you're not wrong. Because what he about to do? You ain't about to get. Let me stop.
Right.
Look at you. I'm proud of you, Jim Jones. Look
That's
at
fine.
you.
I mean, y'all go with it what you want. I'm a lady. But
Jim the General, and I bet she can throw it up at least 5 or 6 times. No help.
I can probably do. I'm trying to think. What can I do? I can do. Let me hold on. Let me go look at my numbers. Hold on.
She about to go and hit him.
Hold on.
I think I've seen you on the.
I've done 135. I can say what to do 135,
yourself.
and that's not my max out though. Like I think I maxed out at what one was it? What was I think I've done more. My max out is more than 135, but I can do if I'm fresh. I can do 135. I don't really need somebody to sit there and help me that much. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, like jail big out here, like yeah. I'm not doing all that.
No, but you can focus and throw that up a few times.
If I'm fresh, yeah. If I'm tired, I'm gonna be looking like that. But I want to know what y'all think. Do you think, and this is like a big point when we go back to the election, when people can like associate strength with essentially masculinity, like that's really what it is. Like masculinity, testosterone, being able to put up a lot of weight. I mean, it's not that women can't be strong. I want to make sure we're clear in that. Like I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the reason why this is controversial is because if you agree with that train of thought, that's the issue. So my last take on this from a tech perspective. Can y'all please stop embarrassing yourselves? Because it's going to live forever. Whether you win or lose, they're going to be like, oh, you remember that time where he couldn't get the 135 up and he was over there digging his face? Like, that doesn't go anywhere. And so can we just stop publishing things that we're not really, really good at? Like if you're trying to run for office or be influential in something, because you really do want to have your best foot forward. And that's all I got to say on that. And I'm going to leave that alone.
All right. Well, I'm gonna applaud him for doing something during the Men's Day. Right. So he out there with the people. He doing what he got to do. But just from a leadership perspective, you've knocked it down a little bit when you make yourself vulnerable, because there's a reason why most of your leaders, your CEOs of companies are 6 feet tall, whether they're male or female. Usually, like it'd be some tall women that are on heads of these companies, and it's really because you're trying to get the quote unquote best of us, right? Something that you can be or do. And when you do that and say, if he was doing 225 like a Ventura, like one of them dudes that was up there in Minnesota, like them cats, like the senators and all that, or Hexeth and JFK Jr. or RFK Jr. when they was doing all them pull-ups and sit-ups and everything for the test. Those are people that you would get behind, because you're like, okay, not only are they gonna lead me, but they not too proud to get up there and actually do the work. So if he was gonna put 245s in that boy and push it up in his button down shirt, everybody be like, damn.
Right. It would have been impressive to a degree.
Right. But it's the 135 where he messing up, and now he doesn't look as leadership material as he could have, is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there.
If you can't live with me, you can't consult with me. I'm not viewing you. You're not strong mentally or physically. Don't even. First of all, it takes a strong person to know where he's weak at and not even going to embarrass himself, especially if you're running for a public office. I can't afford to look bad right now. I'd have been out there doing squat jacks. some some athletic, or I'd have did a couple push-ups because at his size, he probably could do a couple push-ups to look tough.
Or some just calisthenics. He could have like, hey, no, I'm gonna bust out 20 on y'all right now. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bust out 20 push-ups. Everybody be like, oh, okay, I see you out here.
Yeah,
not that.
You can't do pull-ups. You lighting ass. Everybody lighting ass can do some pull-ups at least. You can't throw up nothing. Whatever. Congratulations, New York. He got 81% of the vote right now with his weak ass. Have fun.
I mean, but that all I'm saying before we go to the next segment is maybe that's not a value for that. Drop some drip in the comments. Do you think that's like the old school way of thinking? Is that equates like to leadership and like is that dead essentially? Do we not agree with that anymore? Drop some drip in the comments because we're gonna go ahead.
Oh, so we over here on the Gen Z leadership tip. Okay, cool. I'm glad that we're doing this because now we can be led by furries, and I would love to vote for.
I'm just saying, like, if that is the case, because if you ask the boomer,
when I ask them if they can help me guide me to an alderman, they could just give me that Gen Z stare that you know how to do so well.
No different than Seattle State. It's kind of the same.
Yo, if a hamster could put on a tie and walk a certain way and tell you that he's Democrat, he got a New Yorker's vote.
At the end of the day, like I said, if you ask the boomer, they would be appalled at something like that. If you ask a Gen X, they probably would be appalled at something like that. As you keep going down of what's important, what the reflection of like strength and communication and the perception of those things. I mean, a lot of millennials would agree with that too. Like, we don't have to have brute strength. It's about how smart he is and how much he can communicate. I mean, you'd run into that.
Or if you're elderly and black and you're a woman in New York, you're gonna be like, he a Democrat. We vote. And all it takes is for Al Sharpton to come out with a sweatsuit on and say, "That's our guy," and they're gonna vote for him.
Man. So
I don't make the rules. I just acknowledge them.
Ooh. So speaking of rules, let's talk about these Germany gender laws. Because actions have aftermath. Decisions have repercussions. And the way a society can switch and pivot also can be good, bad, or other. So we're gonna shorten up these last two because we're getting to be a pretty long episode. But yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this Germany. Because Germany over here rewriting them pronouns, baby, while America over here, we be debating if a hot dog is a sandwich. Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all think a hot dog is a sandwich or is a hot dog a hot dog?
Scheiße.
I don't know. Let me know. I don't eat hot dogs. I don't eat random meat that's tossed together. But anyways,
no glizzy gang.
But let us know. So Germany, while that's loading up, oh, I'm moving too much. But Germany, while that's loading up, there is I'm trying to figure out if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube or not. Neo-Nazi. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but
neo-ends.
Yeah, neo-ends. Ooh. Basically got arrested and he like, oh, well, I'm not a he, I'm a she. And now they like, I don't know what we should do about that. Are we able to we don't have like a gender neutral facility. So is he gonna go with the females? Drop some drip in the comments. What y'all think about?
He's like, yeah, while y'all figure that out, I'm out. They can't.
I'm gonna tuck that.
They can't even find him. He in the wind somewhere.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah.
A convicted neo-Nazi is at the center of a furious debate in Germany after legally changing genders and being sent to a women's prison under the country's new gender self-determination law.
He's 6 baby daddies over there.
The Washington Post reports Marla Svenja-Libich, formerly known as Sven Libich, was sentenced to 18 months in 2023 for incitement to hatred, defamation, and other offenses.
I do doing this over
Last year,
18
she
months,
legally
though.
changed her name and gender
That's
just
crazy.
after
It's a lot of
Germany's
work.
Self-Determination Act took effect. Under that law, prison assignments are based on registered gender, not sex at birth. Critics, including Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt, call it a blatant abuse of the system and are demanding tighter rules. Others, like left-leaning politician Marlene Schernberger, fired back, accusing Dobrindt of using the controversy to undermine the law itself. The law lets adults change their name and gender once a year without medical or psychological evaluation, usually within months. Meanwhile, Liebich now claims to be a devout Jew, requesting kosher meals and pastoral care behind bars. She is expected to report to a women's prison on Friday. Officials will then decide if she remains there, weighing the security of other inmates and her own safety. For more unbiased updates,
Still hitting. That's what.
Yikes.
What she pulled up in there was like, yeah, still hitting. What's up? How y'all doing? I'm new here.
I'm new here.
I'm new here. How can I get acclimated the quickest? That's crazy though. Not only did you say, hey, I'm keeping my thing, I'm coming in here hard, but I'm also Jewish now. So go ahead and get me some kosher meals. Chop chop.
You know
when
what?
I got cuffed,
Maria thinks she is.
Realized my orientation when them cuffs hit my wrist, and
I'm a woman.
Exactly. I feel that though. To be for real, if I could switch up every year,
man,
shit,
what?
I got 24 months.
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't.
That's crazy. Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all can go through the whole legal thing. Make sure if y'all do some ill stuff,
me and
you
my
go to
celly about to get real acquainted.
Man, about to get real acquainted.
Like, man, their prison cell is the loudest of all. There's a lot of screaming going on.
My name, Brenda. As soon as that light hit, no, I'm Ted. What are you talking about? In the daytime, I feels like a woman, but at night, I'm all man. And I'm Jewish.
Y'all some drip in the comments. Y'all think that, yeah, right? And now you Jewish. That's crazy. Our Jewish people, drop some drip in the comments. How y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like that's disrespectful? I think
very disrespectful. In Germany, of all places.
Yeah, I'm confused how you just
or just the new whack. Joe be on one. That's my dog. Salute Joe. Salute Joe. That's crazy.
I just
look, I mean, my mug shot to my thing. Y'all got some lipstick. I'm feeling a little different. Feeling a little saucy.
This is where reform is needed. I feel like as a nation, we should be taking these instances and these use cases and being like, okay, so what is the standard for what we should do? And I understand people are like, oh, well, like, you know, it's a trans woman, so they should be in the women's facility. Like, why? If you still have all the parts,
you know what?
I'm just trying to understand
this is the one that I agree with, because if I ever go to jail, just like if I ever hit the lotto, it's one of them two things. Take me to the women's facility, please.
Quick.
I need to do all my time right
y'all
there.
Don't listen. Y'all don't see me. I'm transparent.
I don't think, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anybody wants to go to the men's prison. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to go to the men's prison. I'm fine because the way they gonna treat you
in the shower. I'm gonna be mad in the shower if I'm in there washing my pectoral boobs and I see another dude come through talking about, what the hell you doing here?
I mean, you can still that can
right.
Yeah,
what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'm the token transparent. I'm the barn.
You know what? It's interesting. We've talked about this before. You don't see the trans men making this fight.
Play Dave came out with 25 kids. What happened?
Ain't no
months
trans
happened. That's it. I mean,
trans man out here like
Vegas
I deserve
Vegas is what they
I
say.
have dropped some drip in the comments if y'all know of a situation where a trans man was like, I deserve to be in the men's prison. Never.
No,
It's
ain't nobody gonna do
disgusting.
that.
Disgusting.
First of all, a woman transition to be a man is going to be a law-abiding citizen. I ain't never heard of a woman transition to become a man and then start robbing banks. Never.
Yeah, that ain't
They
gonna
like
happen,
this.
buddy.
I'm a happy citizen. I'm finally in the body that I feel I deserve, and I'm good. You ain't never heard anything about Ellie Page when she became Ellie and talk about some. I'm out here repping my set. I'm about to go to Old Block. Never. You're not gonna hear that.
Actually,
But
you're right.
these-
It's
but
always
these
a
men-
trans woman.
Listen,
Yeah.
we above science and the law.
Well, you finally get to live your life without any accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at these knots I got on my chest.
That's all woman. Do you see these pectoral breasts? I'm in the shower talking about some. Let him in here.
I'm done. Okay, speaking of letting somebody in here, let's talk about this CEO who we don't even have to show the video, by the way. I could just do the clip notes so we can keep moving. There's a CEO who took a baseball from this little boy and just kept it, and people were coming for his neck. Let us know, y'all think that's right? Should you expose people who have high-paying jobs as mean to the common folk? We ain't gotta do that because I want to go to the next one. There it is.
He teaching them a valuable lesson.
Mm-hmm.
This is life.
And then later on, the guy, I don't remember who the person was that like this was the actual item from, ended up coming by and like signing it for him and stuff. So
To the
kid,
spoils go.
yeah, to the kid.
Dudes
The
and all
Y'all
that
some
shit
drip in the
out.
comments. Do y'all think, I want to talk about this on the exposure piece because it seems like every time somebody's a CEO, they want to be like, oh, look at this CEO. He over here clapping his HR cheeks. He over here doing this. He over here doing regular stuff that guys who work at Burger King do. He's a man. He's a man. He's just a man who got a couple dollars. He a man. Burger
And
King
speak-
Brad taking it from the kid.
Right. Now that right there, he deserves all the attention. He deserves
Taking
all
that
the
ball
attention.
from that kid.
Yes, and where was his father? That's my thing. I'm like, where's the daddy? Who was
Probably
at
up in the
game
stand
with?
somewhere. Probably way up in the stand
'Cause my
somewhere.
son would have jogged up there and said, "Daddy, dang, he took my what? We down there. We on his ass. Come here. Get this CEO ass whooping. I'm about to promote an
Allegedly.
uppercut.
Over
Allegedly.
a ball, man. Ain't that serious? Oh, he a man till he goes to prison.
You got that right.
Hey.
Me too.
Broken wrist.
I'm a battered woman.
Take me to the women's facility.
Where is my
Please.
purse?
To the king.
I need my purse. Take me to the king is nasty work. Speaking of taking you to the king, let's talk about getting blind from Ozempic.
Transition was crazy.
Guy says Ozempic made
You
him
see, she
blind.
trying to fast forward the shit out of
That's
this.
not weight loss. That's plot loss. Let's talk about it.
Plot loss.
Congrats, you're slim enough for beach season, but you can't see it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's go.
You can't see the weight I lost. You can't see it either.
You know what you're gonna do? I'm skinny and I hear the waves, baby. I'm close. That's what you want.
All
You go
right,
get the
so-
tan you've been wanting. You ain't never gonna see it. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep it pushing before I get in trouble for talking too much.
Can't you see where I'm coming from? No, you can't even see where you're coming from.
All right, so I mean, so let's just get into it really quick for a second. GLP-1s, right?
I mean, you
As somebody who has been
stupid.
on a weight loss journey, Mr. Plain Dane.
Yeah.
What do you feel about this? And do you think that the benefits outweigh the where some people are getting blind or getting Ozempic face or whatever we gonna call it, looking like they starved, even though they whatever.
I mean,
then when they get off of it, they blow back up like clump on both
Damn
ends.
shame what happened to
Right.
Flip.
There you go. Now, I'll say this. There's some people who A1C levels is very high. I work out with quite a few people that are on Ozempic. They actually really need it. It's life or death situation. But I got to make it to the family reunion, 20 pounds lighter ass people. Y'all got to understand that weight loss starts in the mind. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a pill. And that's where people are like failing to realize they fall into their body dysmorphia situation, because that's really what it is. A lot of these people just want to lose weight quick because the man that left them for a skinnier girl. Never mind the attitude or whatever they had going on.
Oh, you talking about that trying to get that revenge body going or whatever?
Yeah, that's
should get their
primarily
Khloe
what a lot of it
Kardashian
is.
and all, right?
Yeah, that's primarily what it is. Or watching Biggest Loser and all that, you know, unrealistic goals they set for their weight. They have to understand that it's a marathon and not a race. It's a lifestyle change. It's about health. You know, looking good is just a byproduct of losing weight. I mean, I've been handsome all my damn life, but losing weight, I know I'm gonna live longer. You know, it is what it is. But my eyeballs ain't fat, so I ain't trying to take a bunch of Ozempic and go blind. The hell with that. I gotta see my haters.
Oh, see, I was there. You go.
You're so aggy. I can't stand you.
I'm just saying.
Here's my thing. Real quick story, but I have to get on social media today, and it was just ironic. I happened to look. I'm like, dang, okay, sis, I see you with your new man. Girl I went to school with. That's not her new man. That's her sister to the girl I thought it was. She used so much Ozempic. She was the thick sister, and the other one was like really small and like kind of on the frailer side. She looks exactly like the frail sister. So much I thought it was her, and I'm just thinking to myself, yeah. And so the husband over there like date night, and you can see him like he used to be able to like grab up on something, like the way he was holding her, and like, you know, it wasn't nothing there no more. I'm
like
this. Yeah, it was just like that. It was just flat. Like, yeah, it used to be something like a, you know, he could, because she was a thicker girl. And I'm just thinking to myself, so
in the house,
I say you
tail from the crib.
It's just bone, pelvis on pelvis. My gosh.
So
I just seen the playback on my TV. It just looked ridiculous.
Grabbing her by her femur and her throat, talking about some, I'm gonna sign your pity on the running kind.
So I thought to myself, that's kind of messed up. Like when some people are like, oh, I want to be like smaller or whatever. Like your husband, boyfriend, or whatever probably didn't sign up for like itty bitty skinny version of you. Do y'all ever go run this by them? And
Just know that Ozempic is taking everything, because you're more than likely not going to work out while you taking Ozempic.
Even Serena doing it.
So you're not going to maintain the muscle that you got, because it's going to take everything.
And even Serena doing it now. Y'all see her?
I'm talking about 80-year-old grandma ass. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have.
I look at her and then I have to go look
Serena?
at old Sports Illustrated. Like, damn.
And so this brings me to the story. Cassius Pay, you
looking
had
like
shared with me that
off one of them Van Gogh paintings where the top of their head is exactly.
Cassius Pay, you had an example about a video where the chick had cut her hair and talked to her husband or whatever. You had send me that video. Like, it's kind of similar to that. Like, she had cut her hair. Okay, I'll give y'all a clip notes. She had cut her hair and didn't tell her husband or whatever that she cut all of her hair off. Like, she had a lot of long hair. Like, what do you think about it? He's like, what did you do? You know, like, oh my gosh. And she thought he would be supportive. He's like, are you sick? Like, why would you do this? Such drastic change. I'm just always curious. Like, you don't have to get someone's approval, obviously, to do it. But if they liked your curves, like, you can't think that he gonna be propping you up the same way. Does that make sense of what I'm saying? Like, the way even your pose is gonna have to hit different, because you know now he got to turn. He can't turn sideways in the picture. You got to have him in front. You know what I mean?
You're gonna be in front because
you're gonna have to be right in front now.
Every lump you had is now just gonna be a skid. Like, it is just, it ain't nothing nice that's gonna be with that kind of skin, whether you wasn't that much overweight or not.
Meet my wife, y'all. Yeah, this her. This the love of my life, y'all.
You gotta turn to the side though. You gotta turn.
Meet my wife, y'all. Ain't
Speaking
she
of
cute? I support her. She used to
wow.
She used to be thick. Now she Ozempic.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of wife, let's get into our last one. Let's talk about taking her last name. Would you take her last name if she paying the rent?
Ow.
Would you take her last name if she was paying the rent?
How come you don't do it
Hell
hard
no.
anymore? Yeah.
Hell no. We ain't
Would you
taking
take
her
it?
last name. I would take her last name and erase it in her right mind.
Wow.
Pluck is you talking about.
So I have a Facebook post. I'll wrap it up for you. But this lady said, at our wedding, I told my husband point blank, you're taking my last name. I'm pregnant, and my baby will have my name, not your same one that your ex-wife's kids have. I refuse to let my child be grouped with somebody else's leftovers. He had two choices: take my last name or walk away before the vows. He took the last name, but I feel like he wanted to walk away because he didn't show up in a tux, but he was there. And now his family's mad. But they are mad with his old last name because around here, we only answer to my new last name. What's y'all thoughts? You taking her last name?
No, Missy wrote a whole song about this situation.
What's it
He's
called?
a bitch. Can't see him, Joe. Brother, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm taking you. What? First of all, you knew who I was. You knew who I was.
Taking her. Do y'all know anybody who took her last name? Y'all got anybody?
I don't know any husbands.
I don't know no husbands, and I don't know nobody who can't lift 135 pounds. They just don't exist in my ecosystem. That's
so I got somebody. I got an example. You ready?
Oh, here she.
Story time. Boom.
Oh, really?
So
Story time?
At a previous employer of mine, I had somebody, I work in the tech industry, and sometimes, you have to submit or process, like when people have name changes, make sure stuff works and like their name comes up correct, right? Typically get that from women, right? Because women take the last name. In this case, homie was taking his wife's last name. So I'm thinking to myself, there's only one other time besides this I've ever heard of it. So sidebar on that. Guy I went to high school with hated his dad so much, he said, I'm not taking your last name no more. Changed his last name to his mama's last name. And now all his kids have his mama's maiden name for their last name because he refused to take his dad's last name. That's the only time I've ever heard that. So I asked him, thinking that this was going to be the same scenario. Like, hey, man, like, so I see your new last name going to be X, Y, and Z. Like, is like this, like, was your name like, some people have like hyphenated names. I'm thinking maybe you like, I'm about to consolidate. It makes sense. Oh, no, I'm taking my wife's last name. I said, so I'm gonna ask this, and respectfully, why? He was like, oh, she's an author. She's a published author, and like she doesn't want to change her last name so people can find her. So I just said I'd just take her last name. To this day, they got a kid, baby got her last name, and his last name is her last name. I had to actually process the name change. I was flabbergasted at best. What's y'all's thoughts? Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all taking her last name because she got a pen? Y'all taking her last name? If it was
That's
Beyonce,
how people have pen names like that.
I'm taking her last name, and she's gonna get a DBA under that last name.
Like, do you think ASAP? Do you think ASAP gonna take Rihanna's last name?
Probably. But he carries a purse too, so he don't count. But this guy, at least if anything, hell, even on Little House on the Prairie, Laura Ingalls Wilder at least hyphenated her name, and she was an author. It didn't slow up her book sales. They were still able to find her. That was just an excuse to be a business. That's what it was. He didn't want to argue with her too much. Well, my last name holds weight. The last time I heard that, I actually was working with somebody who first of all, was divorced from a powerful lawyer, and she said, well, I'm keeping the last name of my first husband because it holds more power. So she didn't change her name. She didn't change her name.
Nasty word.
You ain't good enough. You ain't good enough for me.
You ain't good enough. And he worked for a company, a friend of mine ended up working for and not working for it anymore. But yeah.
That's nasty work.
Because I asked her, I said, so you just got married, right? She's like, yes. I'm like, your name didn't change. She said, oh yeah, I kept my first husband's last name because his name holds more power. I said, how does your husband feel about it? She's like, it doesn't matter. I have the money. I said, what?
Oh my God.
And I knew then it was going to be a long school year.
Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all know anybody who took their wife's last name? Do you think that it matters in this day and age? Like maybe we're just like old school and being like, ugh. Maybe that's like the new wave. Like let us know. Drop some drip in the comments. Maybe your whole family is a line of hyphenated names or the other name. Like I said, the only other time I ever knew that was homie had his dad's last name. Then when he turned about like 20, right before he married his wife, which they're still together today, he said, that man ain't did nothing for me. I'm cool. And he took his mom's maiden name. It was like, my kid's going to rock with that. I'm like, okay, well, I got
on that Shaq stuff, Phil is my father. Biological didn't bother.
Yeah, like I said, stuff like that I ain't mad at. It's them soft ass excuses. Well, she's a teacher and she's a well-respected teacher and educator in our neighborhood, in our area. So because her name has held so much weight in the community, I decided to take her name instead of my last name. I decided to change it because I want to be a part of the change that our area is undergoing. Meanwhile, the janitor hitting his wife, making her scream his last name.
Carter.
Oh, dishwasher.
Oh my gosh.
That's all if you want me, I'll take your last name and remove it and make sure you never scream it again. By my name. My genetic material will transition under my last name because it holds power in my house.
About to mop up that tang.
And then y'all get a divorce, and now you gotta change your name back to your name. I'm going back under my maiden name. You's a bitch. Look at this. Look at that picture. Look at him smiling. I bet you she took his last name. I could tell by his hair he wasn't going for nothing different.
Right, he looked like Mr. Glass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see his beard? He like, no, she gonna take her new last name Johnson.
Okay. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Oprah ain't married. Oprah said, yo, I'll marry you, but you gonna be Winfrey. What you doing?
Shit.
Stedman said,
nah. No.
Why buy the cow when I can get the milk for free? I gladly live in this big ass guest house and write a book that you're gonna endorse and put some money in my pocket.
Jocelyn, jump in the comments. Y'all taking Oprah's last name?
Nope.
Y'all taking Kim Kardashian's last name or
Nope.
What's her name? Kylie Jenner's last name? You gonna be a Jenner?
Nope.
There's nobody on earth or beyond that I would take their last name for. None.
It's just like Joe, all your friends are actual men.
Ain't about no actual man. I just can't do it. I like my last name too much.
I like my name. Away. My name got a nice ring to it. Plain dang. I love it. It ain't happening. I ain't changing nothing but my draws. That's it.
Ladies, drop some drip in the comments. Have you had a conversation with a man when y'all was talking about maybe getting married and he was like, I would consider taking your last name? Please let me know how that conversation happened. Not that it's impossible. I just want to hear how that happened. And sometimes maybe it's similar to like the guy I went to high school with. Maybe they don't mess with their family like that and they're like, I'm trying to get out of being whatever last name I can't think.
I mean, the thing is that you can go down to the Justice of the Peace or whatever and pay $120 and change your name to whatever you want to change it to.
Exactly.
Why you gotta say, yeah, you can be John Fiddlesticks if you want to. Why do you have to go and take y'all both better have a different last name? I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna just we both changing something. I don't like mine, you don't like yours. We about to be
Fiddlesticks.
Wigglers or whatever it is. Like, you know, let's make it one of the weirdest last names.
Yeah, Cranberry Spankings. Something crazy. They will be like, dang, change his last name. He snitched. I'm gonna be Oklahoma, so we're under a different name. That's the only way I'm changing my last name.
Yeah, that's
cartel is after me.
Yeah, that's different.
The cartel came after me, allegedly.
Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all agree with this? Y'all disagree with this? Because we about to get up out of here. We've held y'all hostage for a very long time. More specifically, Plain Dame, because he gets up super early to work out, and I don't want to keep. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm sleeping
that's
in.
That's what the young.
Somebody who got my last name gonna be up with me. We gonna be kicking it, talking about how you earned that last name.
Ooh.
Because when I get off of this, I'm gonna put her in a full Nelson, like my man, Lil Baby say. It's all jokes. All jokes.
That's what she over there looking at you like. Make sure y'all drop some drip in the comments. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit it. It's free. It don't cost you nothing.
Y'all see how she set that cup down? She want to change her last name.
Oh my goodness. Make sure y'all share this with 2 people you like, somebody you don't. Make sure y'all go ahead, drop some drip in the comments. We very much appreciate the support. Check out that community tab. Check out all the socials you can see below. And enjoy our sweet soothing sounds. And we will see y'all every Friday with that late.
Every Friday,
drip.
Late night. Make sure y'all come and take a bite.
Deuce here.
We'll give y'all time, but time zone about to change again. And I'm gonna have to think about that. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Either way, wherever you at, if you in the US, it's gonna be around between 10 and 12 a.m. So somewhere like that.
There you go.
We trying to corner this late night market.
Right.
On the live on Fridays.
You ain't doing nothing.
Dustin Arsenio.
What you doing? What you doing Friday night? You ain't doing nothing. You here with us. So tell some friends. Sit around that fireplace.
Because ain't nobody going to the club no more. You might as well get a drink and come and chill with us.
If you in Chicago, you ain't trying to be amongst the 50 that get shot. You in the house where it's safe.
I wasn't gonna take it there.
I'm gonna always take it there. But look at the people dancing. They ain't in Chicago. He got a bandana on, so he ain't even in California.
Yeah, he definitely ain't. She got bandana on too.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate y'all. Like I said, make sure y'all share, hit that like button before you roll up out of here. Very much appreciate you. Oh, that's your thing?
Yes. I had a t-shirt to do it too. I ain't wearing it today.
Yeah, we gotta drop some merch eventually too.
Oh yeah.
That's facts. Oh, we got a new song.
Switch it.
This is for you. You was the one talking about this with your wife. This for y'all.
Oh yeah, it's for me and the missus.
Neon signs buzzing in the night. Jamming Dame got the spotlight right. Our squad's here, yeah. We keep it tight. What's the news? What's the deal? What's the truth we feel? Late night, slow ride, let it flow. Drip talk, real vibes, let it show. It's the late night trip where the world gets flipped. Tune in, lean back, let it hit. Jam, jump, and jam. Yeah, we don't quit. It's the late night.